got one called Move Janice and I've got one called DB. So I'm not sure. They'll have to.
Diane Brown. Diane Brown will be DB.
Okay. I'll submit them now. You ready?
That'll be dark out.
And I was just thinking about DB Breweries. I just thought I like her already.
Are you ready for them to come in?
So, yeah. So which one is it? Which?
So DB. When they come in, we'll ask them which one, what their name is, and who they're representing.
DB will be Diane Brown. I'm picking. It'll be the Diarcow complex.
Okay.
All right. I'll let them in.
Thank you.
Right. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning, Merv and Janice. Can you tell me which application you're representing, please?
The Otago School Reunion. It's actually Janice, and our president of the club, Alan Thompson, is with me as well. We'll have to get close together here, Alan.
Hello.
Lovely.
Don't get too close and cuddly, you two.
I know. The screen's not big enough for our heads. What is that?
I'm not going to comment.
No, don't.
We'll hear your application next, and then Diane, if that's okay, we'll come to you.
Thank you. You just tell us what to do.
So is there anything you'd like to add to your application? It's on page 72 for the committee's benefit, item 6.3. Otago School Reunion Committee, fire resistant safe for historical memorabilia. Does the committee have any questions to ask?
No, I don't believe we do. Well,
no, my committee.
Oh, your committee, not me. Okay.
You have to answer it.
Okay, yeah. Righto.
Get in line.
Is there anything you'd like to add to it, though?
No.
Janice?
No.
So you're not actually having the reunion now. You're just wanting to purchase the safe.
Well, at present, we want to purchase a safe just to store everything. It's still a chance we might have something in 2024 for 130 years to try and push it to there.
All right.
Yeah, a lot of our elder people would like to do something because they won't be around for the next one.
Understand that feeling.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we're also holding all the minute books and that from past reunions, etc., and photos that have been built up over the years, and a lot of them were held in albums by one of our committee members. But the fear is that should something happen to her or her house, they're all lost. And people sometimes, when people move or somebody else empties their house, things just get thrown away. And we have so much old, beautiful photos, memories, that's what we're trying to preserve and look after.
And also, we did our last reunion, we bought a safe at Otago School, but when the new principals came along, they were like, what are all these old keys for, and threw them away. So we'd like to put it in the public hall where that key can get passed down through subsequent hall committees, and not, you know what I mean. It's we've
understandable.
Yep.
So your project's estimated to cost $2,203, and you're asking for $1,203 from us.
Yes.
Lovely. Committee, in no queries from you?
No, from our committee.
No.
Oh, no, not me. I can't hear you.
I've got
my mask on, but I can't hear. Figure that one out.
How does a mask stop you from hearing?
Exactly. I'm asking myself.
And you can't drink when you've got a mask on. Put your cup down.
just
Yeah.
kick Merv out, Janice.
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, thank you very much for being available for us, you two. We really appreciate it. You can sign out now if you'd like to, and Leanne will let you know how successful your application is. But thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for your
Bye.
time.
Have a
Bye.
great day.
Bye.
Just out
So
there.
Diane,
I'm here.
we'll hear your application next, and you
Yeah.
which one are you, Diane?
Yeah,
Sorry.
Cal,
Tia.
I narrow community
Got
complex.
Yeah, I've got you. It's on page 90 for the committee's benefit, item 6.5. Diane, would you like to add anything to your application?
Well, I think everybody there knows how passionate I am about this valley and about this complex that's now 42 years old and is starting, like us all, to need a little bit of R&M, a bit of plastic surgery. And the tiles along the front have, well, as the photos showed, have dropped. They're a danger for health and safety, and it needs all building up. It's quite a major effort. The council very kindly have done a retaining wall along the front of the car park, which is absolutely amazing. They have made the most beautiful job. Fantastic. So we appreciate that. And the building is sort of a joint baby between the council and us. And we've actually spent a lot of money just currently having the woodwork outside painted at a cost of $16,000. And we've spent money on the cottage, sort of doing repairs and maintenance on that. So the money that shows that we were quite wealthy has been depleted. We've had no income for the last 18 months thanks to COVID. So all the activities, school fundraisers, nobody's had anything. So I would really appreciate if a grant to do this urgent job along the front. It'd be fantastic.
Yeah, Diane, I see that you've had previous funding from us before. Could you refresh my memory? Do you know what it was?
Yeah, we had this big shed down by the road. We made that more secure so that the guests to our district didn't do their nighttime shopping there, which we prefer they didn't. So now they can't, which is a shame, but for them, but good for us. So no, over the years, I must say the council have been fantastic with their support. But it's an asset that reflects very well on the council as well. And people come over the hill and they go, "Oh my God, I didn't know this was here," which is true. It's amazing. And I've been the treasurer for 35 years, and you'd be pleased to know, I think at the next annual general meeting, I will retire before they ask if I'm going to be there until I drop dead.
You've done a brilliant job, mate.
Yeah.
And the guys have been a bit scruffy. They haven't been spraying the cobbles, I see. There's weeds growing up.
Yes, no, well, we've got a new, yes, well, we now have a new ground helper who's a bit more diligent, actually. The last one has moved on. Yes, you know, we won't go into his work ethic, actually.
Yeah.
He was good at charging, but I don't know, I have feelings about him, but not good feelings, really. Yeah.
Probably the same sort of...
I felt that he wanted the complex to fail. Now, why would anybody want to do that? Like, if at a meeting somebody said, "Oh, the toilet's running" or whatever, he'd say, "Oh God, it was doing that 3 weeks ago." Well, why didn't you say? Why didn't you say? Like, why not? I can't get my head around it. Don't get me going on that because it makes me very angry. Yeah. But anyway,
yeah,
he's gone.
Yeah. So, committee, do you have any questions for Diane? No? Okay, I don't know.
Come on, I made it.
Sorry, got your emoji. Councillor Wilson.
That's all right. So I'm assuming from the picture there's a drop from the cobblestones down to the clay, or is that what we're looking at on that fence, that wooden fence?
That wooden fence that goes, there's quite a severe slope that goes down. In the wintertime, across the front is the rugby ground, and in the summer, that whole field looking down is the polo field. So they share the field. Well, of course, naturally, the rugby field isn't as big as the polo ground. But so that's what it is, yes.
So what's happened is the existing retaining wall is just let go a little bit, and we're just going to tidy that, shore that up, or put a new one in, fence, and then just go back and redo the tiles to the fence.
Yeah, it does. It needs a well, however they do it, rebuild it up and then
Yep.
hold it with posts or whatever they hold it with.
Yep.
And then put a new fence along there and put a decent cap rail on so that people do sit there to watch the rugby and things, and make it so that people aren't going to trip over and break a hip on the uneven cobblestones, which have dropped, or whatever you like to call it, quite severely, really.
No, that's cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Councillor Maguire?
Yeah, Diane, I'd just like to say thanks for all your work you've done. If you're going to retire next year, thanks for all your work you've done over the years.
I was born out here.
Yeah.
Actually, this is interesting because our home here that we've lived in 45 years was the original Maguire homestead here, belonging to Tom Maguire.
Oh, right.
And this house was built in 1908,
Yeah.
and he built it. And Mrs. Maguire was the first white woman to come into this valley on horseback, and she outlived her entire family. Not that you want a history lesson, but it's quite interesting. She outlived her entire family. My father came out here in 1929, and I remember her really well. And she outlived her 2 sons, and her daughter died when she was 5, is buried at Narrowhead Cemetery. And they moved her away when she was about 88, and she didn't really die of anything other really than a broken heart. Yeah, amazing. I can still see her waddling around in the garden. Yeah. Anyway, that's actually beside the complex.
She must have been a very strong character.
Amazing. And her name was Ivy Maguire, and she was tiny. She was about 5'2", and she had all these chooks that just free roam. Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
And you didn't know that, Councillor Maguire?
No, I didn't know.
And they were a relation of the Maguires at Tuakau.
Yeah.
So, it would be a wide family, I would imagine.
Yes. Yeah,
Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah,
You need to have a phone conversation with Diane, Councillor Maguire.
Yeah.
Yes, well, yeah.
You need to track this down. She sounds like a really interesting lady.
She does, yes. Thank you anyway, Diane, for all
No,
your...
thank you.
Yeah. Any further questions, committee?
Oh, I have another go.
Oh, thank you, Councillor Willerton.
I just see in the picture there's a sign of a Honda or something. Are they still sponsoring? Are you getting money out of them, or are you just giving them free signage now?
No, because what's the complex is the father body, and all the clubs run their own affairs. So we don't have a sponsor. The complex does not have a sponsor. They're like the polo club, pony club, tennis club. All the clubs run their own golf club. They all run their own finances. There's nothing to do with us.
Okay.
And so if they get a sponsor, the Honda, I think, was I'm not sure if it was the rugby or the polo, but we don't get any of that. They run their own financial affairs, so they pay their own national subscriptions and things. We don't do that. We're just the governing body, and our only income is from running the farm, which has got about 200 ewes, and Jamie Boyd is the farm manager, and the bar income, of which, of course, in the last 18 months has been, I think, in 18 months was $6,000. So 0, really.
No, that's good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Diane.
It's a pleasure.
You're welcome to click out now if you'd like to.
Righty-ho. I might go I'll go and have a cup of coffee now.
Good on you.
Thank you anyway, and I hope you consider it favourably. Thank you.
Leanne will get back to you. Thanks, Diane.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. So, Lynette, is there anybody from the Hukanui Golf Club?
Okay, so we have Mr. Waldron, and that's all I can see at the moment. And
But that will be the last one.
Hokanui. Yes, he's Hukanui Golf Club.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Could you let him in, please?
Yes, he's already admitted. You just need to start chatting.
Okay, good morning, Barry. Nice to see you. Do you have anything that you'd like to add to your application?
Yes, I would actually, just that we've had sort of ongoing costings because it was fairly urgent from Pump and Electrical. We sent in a couple of invoices or quotes for the actual bore, the pump and electrical side of the bore, and also the filtration system to sanitize the water that comes from the bore. But they've since sent through two pieces of costings. One's for the actual getting the electricity to the bore and putting a distribution board in, and the second one is for the piping of all the pipes from the bore to the tanks, through the filtration system and back down to the storage tanks. So if we have done like a summary, I suppose, if that's helpful, that we could, we've got ready, we could send through and share. Would that?
No, that's all right. Barry, I see that you applied to Well Energy. Did you get any response from them?
Yes, no, they were sort of fully committed, and there was no funding there at the moment for them.
And I see you're requesting 13,000 from council, and your projected costs are 28,000. Is that correct?
Yes, that was correct. And then we have those two other invoices as well. So hopefully it was including GST, it came to 35,000.
Okay, well, we can only look at what's in today's application.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, committee, do you have any questions, Barry, please? Councillor Willerton, you're poised. Oh, yes.
Yep, you can tell I was getting my. It's couple of questions. Is there water outside the gate? Town supply?
No, there's not. Oh, Richard, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I got a bit late. I had to set it up. Sorry, but the Zoom. But no, there's no water that finishes at Woodlands Homestead. The town supply.
Sorry, Richard. So you are.
I'm the club president.
Oh, welcome. Welcome.
Yeah, I just had a few technical issues. Sorry, but
no problems. There's too many buttons here.
Yeah.
Understandable. Yeah. Councillor Willerton, sorry.
Yeah, another question. It might even go to Mary Ellen. The question is, it's actually council land, and putting a bore in. Where's the onus on that, or is it from being council reserve?
Okay, so which applies to virtually every golf course in the Waikato, sits or has been vested in council for to make sure it stayed as purpose. I think probably from memory, the only one I can think of that's not is probably the Huntley one, to be honest. Otherwise, the rest of them basically have been over time vested in council. So obviously, gentlemen, you're looking at potentially an overall cost of 35K, including GST for the overall project. So if council wasn't to fund you, where would that put you?
We've put quite a lot of money towards it already ourselves. We've purchased 4 water tanks, and we've done a lot of the treatment for the water upgrade already. So, and we're going around asking members for cash donations, and yeah, we've decided it's very high priority. We actually can't function properly without this water for the club. So we've had to actually drill down the bore first to actually, and we didn't really know the cost of that because no one could give us a firm cost. But now with the bore drilled down, and that'll be, if we don't get the funding, that's going to be privately loaned under a legal arrangement from a generous club member. And so we're on a track now, able to fix down our costs and move on. What I'd like to say about the club is we don't just we're not just providing golf, but we also use our venue to hire out to various community organisations. So we hire out the venue and bar facilities, things like Fonterra, local garden clubs and private functions, all those sort of things. And
so look, can I just ask the chair to give me a bit of latitude here, because this is not about the discretionary, but what I'm trying to do is understand your situation and what we have done for other clubs in the past, which has not been done through discretionary funding. I don't want to try and organise another meeting to try and tease some of the stuff out. So what we have done in the past with clubs and that have required funds, knowing that you can't borrow funds against your assets effectively, which is, well, it's council asset effectively, and that's why you can't borrow against it, is we've actually provided a lending mechanism and an agreement around the repayment of that. Now we have done that in the past for clubs. I don't know whether that's an option for you if you're cash strapped around doing that. It doesn't mean to say that the discretionary committee here may or may not give you money when we deliberate later on, but it just, the money you're wanting now just seems to be growing. And as a farmer, I just know when it comes to water and holes and pumps, you can get a fixed price on a pump, but when it comes to a bore, relining the bore, I'm seeing here, you're looking about a 4-inch bore here. All of a sudden costs start to go up and up and up and up, and all of a sudden it's not 35, it's 45. So are you open to a broader discussion around something like that if you get yourselves into a corner?
Yes, because basically without water we can't function properly as the club, but we know the future is very bright for the club. Our membership's been growing strongly in the past year and the course is looking very good. The only thing that's really held us back this year as the club would have been, like everyone else, is the COVID problem. And I think if the water will actually make the club, because we'll be able to properly irrigate the greens, have enough water in the clubhouse, because the major problem last year was running out of water through the summer. The existing well just couldn't keep up at all. So we're sort of forced upon this situation.
Yeah, look, I'm happy to talk to you offline to try and help you here, because you're right, without water you won't last very long, because you can't water your greens through the summer and things like that. So so you're happy to do that. So you got a pen there? I'll give you my cell phone number.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind that you're on YouTube, Your Worship, do you want to do that?
No, I don't actually.
I can probably give it to him.
Can you pass it on,
yep,
councillor?
Yep.
And give me a ring, and I'm happy to come and have an on-site discussion with you and talk about your options. We council may be able to help you, because we have helped a number of clubs that have come into, well, haven't come in. Some of them, like you look at the Ngarawahia one, we funded the new clubhouse on an agreement. They paid that back, which they did. Because they couldn't borrow money against the land, against their assets and that sort of thing. So happy to talk to you about the options there. As I said, after you have gone, the committee will discuss where it may be able to help, but you may need help over and above that too.
And the other thing is more than just this. There's also a soccer. What do you call the soccer? There's a soccer
foot golf.
There's foot golf on there as well, which then opens up to a whole lot more people.
Yeah, that's very popular with the young families, etc., particularly through the school holidays and weekends.
Yeah, I go past quite regularly and I see them there. So yeah. So look, Councillor Wellington will forward you my phone number and just make contact with me, and I'll try and pop out sometime next week and or earlier when it suits to have a site and see what we can do for you.
Okay, yeah, thanks. That's much appreciated.
Yeah.
Thank you both for coming into the meeting. Leanne will let you know from our committee, and you have your conversation with the mayor and see how you get on.
Yep. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys. Nice to see you, Barry. Thank you.
Thank you.
And nice to see your grandson taking care of your connection there, Barry.
Yeah, we do need help.
Okay, Richard, you can click out now, mate.
Okay.
See you,
bye.
Richard. Thank you.
Bye.
See ya. Thank you. So committee, that's all the applications. So would you like to take 5 minutes and come back in for deliberations? Or are you quite happy to swing straight into deliberations? What's your choice?